This is part 4 of the What If Anakin Didn't Kill Count Dooku in Revenge of the Sith series. If you wish to see the other entries in this series, press the link in the description below. After an attempt to interrogate Count Dooku was put to a halt due to the unconventional methods of Admiral Tarkin, Jedi Master Mace Windu, along with many other Jedi, have had enough with the Chancellor and his secrecy. They know there is a connection between him and Dooku, but no obvious answer has arisen. The only hint that has presented itself was Dooku's attempt to speak the words, "He controls everything." Windu has now informed Anakin of the suspicious words as he makes way to the Jedi Temple. Anakin has felt a whirlwind of emotions over the past days as the situation mounted. He trusted the Chancellor ever since he arrived on Coruscant many years ago. Palpatine had always been so open with the young Jedi, but since he refused to kill the Count, that relationship has all but ceased. Meanwhile, on the world of Utapau, Obi-Wan has successfully defeated General Grievous, bringing the war one step closer to being finished. He rides his creature over to Commander Cody, telling him to inform the Council of his victory. Cody agrees as he sends word. Windu arrives at the temple in time to personally receive the information. Anakin rushes down to his fellow Jedi Master to see what he was going to do now. "We are going to inform the Chancellor that he has no more need for the emergency powers that the Senate has invested in him. If what Dooku said isn't true, he'll be more than willing to surrender those powers." Anakin grimaced at the next thought that wandered into his mind. And what will happen if he doesn't? Windu stepped aboard a Republic gunship and gave an answer as straightforward as possible. "Then we'll be forced to take those powers away." The gunship lifted into the air and made way for the Senate building. Anakin looked on, thinking that he needed to be there. He couldn't explain the feeling. He just wanted there to be some other reason behind the Chancellor's secrecy. He knew he wasn't going to get an answer to his thoughts sitting in the halls of the Jedi Temple. He had no order keeping him in one place, so soon after, he made way to the Senate building himself. Mace Windu and the other Jedi Masters had already arrived at the office of the Chancellor, and no pleasantries were exchanged. Palpatine showed no attempt to hide his displeasure with the unannounced Jedi company in his office. Windu explained to him what the cause of all this was. "General Grievous has been killed, leaving the Trade Federation with no more major leaders, meaning that the emergency powers that were invested in you are no longer needed, Chancellor." Palpatine stared Windu directly into his eyes and spoke. "What are you getting at, Master Jedi?" Windu didn't break that eye contact as he responded. "You have two options. We arrest you, or you stand before the Senate and surrender your emergency powers, thus ending your term in office." Palpatine stood from his seat. "I'm afraid there's something you forget. I am the Senate." Windu and the other Jedi knew the choice that Palpatine had made, and now made theirs. At once, they activated their lightsabers, as Windu announced that in the name of the Galactic Republic, Palpatine was under arrest. Palpatine then jerked his hand and a golden hilt appeared. He activated a crimson blade and lunged forward, killing two of them instantly. It wasn't long before Kit Fisto fell before the blade as well, leaving Windu to face him alone. Palpatine's face showed that of pure rage as he struck at the Jedi, but Windu didn't let that retract him from his focus, eventually overpowering the Sith Lord. He disarmed him and now held him at saber point. It was then that Anakin entered the room. He noticed the fallen Jedi Masters scattered around the floor before setting his attention on the two at the window of the office. He saw that Palpatine was unarmed, but knew he had to be behind the murders of the other three Jedi. Palpatine took notice of Skywalker's entrance and shouted out towards him. "Anakin, you have to protect me! Save me! Think about what will happen to your wife!" Anakin felt a shockwave move through him. Palpatine had not only known about his relationship with Padme, but revealed it in front of Jedi Master Windu. How would that make him look before the entire Jedi Order? Windu turned to Anakin with an expression of shock and disappointment. Palpatine, however, was using this moment as a ploy. The second he saw the Jedi lose focus, he fired lightning from his fingers, but Windu was quick enough to catch it with his saber. Palpatine didn't restrain from continuing his display of power, despite the physical effects it was having on him. When he finally gave up, Palpatine laid weakened and scarred, but Windu stood to appear stronger than before. Anakin tried to put the outburst from the Sith Lord behind him and focus on what was happening right now. It is time to end this, once and for all. Windu raised his saber into the air as Anakin watched on. The purple blade came crashing down on the Sith Lord, slumping his body over until it fell out of the window. The oppression of the Sith is over. We need to inform the Senate of what happened here so that a new election can begin. Master Windu deactivated his saber as he walked over to Anakin. But we need to have a talk. This was part 4 of the What If Anakin Didn't Kill Count Dooku in the Revenge of the Sith series. If you would like to check out other what ifs, be sure to check the description as a link will be there for you to do so. If you enjoyed the video, press that like button and share it with your friends to get them in on the conversation as well. If you haven't, subscribe to the Marauders Guild and ring the bell to get notified about whenever we upload. Until the next time, may the force of others be with you.